Welcome to Fantasy Baseball, Baseball, Baseball. We're talking the DraftMasters. Yes, Roto League Extreme. I love this league. I'm here. I'm Dan O'Day along with Steve Romano. Hey, Steve.
How's it going this week, Dan?
It's going well because we're talking baseball, and I love talking baseball, and I love this league. This league's been going on a long time. Mostly, we have a very active league, and we've been together for 19 years now, I believe, playing in this league. And it's a lot of
This
fun.
is, yeah, year 19, live Vegas auction draft. It's awesome.
It is awesome. It is awesome. So we should go over the standings. Would you like to go over the standings counting today or the standings after last night? Because they are different.
Let's do the standings after last night, how they
All right,
ended
the
yesterday.
standings after last night, not counting today, had the Stony Scrappers in first with 70.5 points, and the Baseball Furies in second with 70 points.
What a meteoric rise for your Stony Scrappers. I mean, this is the end of week 9. I mean, halfway ago, after week 4 or 5,
I was in
you were
seventh.
down in you were like 6th or 7th.
Yeah, I had high 40s points, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've
it's been
really come
it's
on strong.
It's been nice. It's been my pitching because as all along I had decent batting. That's also come up a little. Some people have got a little hot hitting more than they were, but pitching, I was into mid to low 20s, and now my batting's 36 and my pitching is 34 and a half points. So almost even batting and pitching. But it's been my pitching. My pitching's come around. The early going, I had some blow ups by Lazardo and Bradish and Rogers. I mean, right there, those three names alone have had some of the biggest blow ups, especially Luzardo and Rogers. So
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
them, and they were starting for me. And so it took me for a while to come back, but I did make some good pickups. I will say that I'm really happy with some of my starter pickups because I had to get rid of those people who I did pick up Bradish, re-pick up Bradish when he was dropped because he seems to be throwing well again. But I picked up Roop for San Francisco, and a guy on your team, is it Tole?
Yeah, Peyton Tolley.
Toley has been pitching great. I picked him up also give me very good innings. But the biggest pickup for me is I think one of the biggest surprises in baseball this year when it comes to overall stats would be, Parker Messick from the Cleveland Guardians.
Messick has been awesome. Been playing really good. That's great pickup. Great
Absolutely. I don't
pickup.
know when I got him. 2.24 ERA, a 104 whip. He's 6-1 in 11 games started. He's been great for me. I'm really happy about that pickup. And then also I have Logan Henderson, who I've got a 2 or 3 games off from. He's pitching well in his 5 to 6 innings and let him go. So it's been my pitching has been really great. My relievers, I'm no longer first in solds. For that's one interesting thing though.
Yeah, it's a little
Solds is
close
now
up
the
there in
Furies.
the.
Furies has
So,
48 and a half solds, and I have 47 and a half solds. So Furies overtook me in that, which is a bummer. And I still rose in pitching points. So that's been the secret to me. My offense has come together a little more, and my pitching has come together, and I'm getting some good starts. Carlos Sanchez has been amazing. Wheeler has been really amazing. Lazardo, when he's not exploding, has been really good. And then all those pitchers I brought up have been pitching well for me. So it's nice when you are getting good hitting and good pitching. Now, Zach, who has been in first or second pretty much all year, maybe third, he's getting really good pitching all year. He's got 41, batting, 41 batting points. He's really been running the table. We got to bring this up again, Steve, because I need to bring this up. He's running the table in a couple offensive categories. In home runs, he's in first place with 134. In second place in home runs is 109.
yeah, that's a
That
good. That's
that
that's
yeah,
not insurmountable, but he would have to. He's got to tail off for sure.
absolutely. And then in ribbies, he's got 427, and the next is 380, and the second places were both me. And that's another 47 ribbies ahead. So, and I'm almost 30. I'm 28 ribbies ahead of you. So he's way ahead of you. 77 rib. I mean, so just great offensive numbers for Zach. He's also leading in runs 412 to 397. A little more realistic, but his offense has been great all year.
Yeah, he has been killing it. I mean, there was a couple of weeks early where didn't he have like 48 points there at one
Yes.
point. It was pretty
47,
high.
48. He had like almost all the tens. It was crazy. And but I will say one of the reasons he's, right where he is, and he overtook today with today's numbers, but he was right behind me at the end of Sunday night, 70 points, because his pitching has gotten better. He's got 29 pitching points, and
Yeah,
it's he's done a really good job, because don't forget he lost Scooble,
he did lose Scooble,
but he
but
picked
he's
up a
got
couple. He picked up
Mizorowski.
Weathers. He picked up
Yeah,
Weathers and Zebby Matthews, and he made a couple really nice pickups on people pitching well. So he scrambled, and he scrambled well, and he's getting good stats for them. And third place is you with 63 and a half points at the
my
end of
team has
last
been
night.
yeah, my team's been playing great. If it wasn't for the run that you've been on for the past 3 weeks, I mean, mine's right there.
Yep.
I, I've gained a dozen points, and my pitching has just become really dominant. And like, there's days because I already lead in ERA and WHIP and wins, and I'll have a great day, and I'm like, I don't even gain a point because I'm at the top of the ladder there. But
Right.
my hitting's come on. I mean, at one point, my hitting way back, I had 11.5 in batting, and I've gotten it up to 24. So, and Bichette and Devers they at least have a pulse. They're no longer corpses. So those are two of my big money spenders. Jaron Duran, I mean, he might still be sucking, but he had a week where it looked like he was starting to come alive.
He'll be fine.
Um,
No, he won't. He's
but
having a horrible season.
but really, for me, I've been very strong and active with rookies. I've been
Yes, I
hitting up
noticed that.
all the
You've picked up a
rookies.
lot of rookies. You have many rookies on your roster. Your ERA and whip, you brought them up how you're in first, but very precarious. 114 whip to 115. You're ahead of Highland Park, and your ERA is 343 to 344. You're ahead of Tommy. So you have a couple people right behind you in those categories, but you have had a great rise also right along with me. You are in third place, and almost, exactly with you is tied in third place after last night was Highland Park Crushers, and you guys are very similar. Highland Park's got 37 and a half pitching points. You have 39 and a half. And Highland Park Crushers has 26 batting points, and you have 24 batting points. So your teams are very similar when it comes to overall numbers.
Yeah, Garrett is on the flip side of what we've done. His team has really fallen over the last couple of weeks. At one point he had 80 points one day. There was a day he had 80,
That's
and
crazy.
now he's down to 63 and a half. So his team has struggled in his pitching, right? At one point, his pitching was the opposite of Zach. I think he had a 48 in pitching.
Yeah, he had a
Now
really
it's
high
down to
pitching. And so, looking at his numbers, his pitching has come down, but I believe his batting has come down a little too. I think offensively it was in like the high 20s or low 30s. So it's a long summer. Your team, you get some injuries, you get some slumps, you get some waves. We're still getting, big 5 point days from teams. So anything can happen. But yes, he's been the opposite of us. He's fallen a little as we've risen. Right behind him is Seatown at 61 and a half points. And he's got, same amount of points like you, 34 and a half pitching points and 27 batting points. So third and fifth, three, four, five are all very similar in batting and pitching points.
yeah, and he's had some injuries that he's had to deal with too. I mean, everybody has. I mean, pointing out for me that during my 2 week run of played really good strong, I lost my catcher Drake Baldwin, who was a top 5 player in the rankings, and he got an oblique strain. So during my run, I haven't even had the number 5 player in the game.
Wow.
But anyways, Mike has dealt with that too. He's battled some injuries. He's holding it together. He'll have some -3 days, some +4.5 days, -2.5 days. That whole
Well,
realm that we're talking about there, like 3 through 6, it's very volatile.
just to let you know, you bring up injuries. Seatown, he's got a few pitchers on the IL who are pretty good. He's got Crochet on the IL. He's got Freed on the IL. And he's got Glasnow on the IL. And he's got Reagan's on the and he got Reagan's on the IL, who's not pitching well this year,
Damn.
but high. Yeah, I can see what's going on there. But Seatown has the pitching points with 34 and a half points. His batting is 27. And then the opposite of you three teams is the Ape. The Apocalypse now 36 and a half batting points and 23 pitching points. Now, I believe Ape, who's definitely was up towards the top recently, I think Ape has lost more pitching than batting points lately, and that's kind of led to his demise recently.
Yeah, same with Garrett. They've both fallen recently over the past couple of weeks. And Rick has lost about 10 points from where he was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and so but right there, that's those teams 3 through 6 is 4 points.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly.
you know. And then, Zach
That's
and I are, as you'll see in the updated standings of today, we're a stone's throw away too. So I still think, everybody in the top six, no panic at all, totally in it. But then Sluggers and Baldy at 49 points and 48 points are right there. I mean, they're not that far behind with a couple good weeks. And Tommy Baseball with 44. I think Tommy Baseball's been actually been playing pretty well lately, if I remember. That's in
yeah,
ninth place. And then Big Al's with 20 and a half points in 10th place. So, Steve, can you do me a favor?
yeah.
We missed last week's broadcast because of technical difficulties. Could you possibly go over the uh, last 14 days numbers of the teams in DraftMasters?
If we look at all of our teams last 14 days, let's see which teams. Well, let's start off with ops. We'll do the offense hitting numbers first for team ops. So over the last 14 days, oh, interesting. Last 14 days, Mike, his team has an 801 ops. So Mike's team is doing pretty good there, at least as far as their slash line, right? Batting
Right, a category we
279.
don't keep, but it gives you an overall feel about how they're hitting.
Yeah. 279, 360, 441. So great on base, not a lot of slugging, 801 ops. Then the sluggers are at 794. Moonshots are at 784. Apocalypse Now is at 742. Tommy Baseball at 733.
Yeah. Well,
Big Al Long Balls at
wow.
724.
Nice.
Two, yeah, Big Al at 724. 260 reasons to go baldy is 714. Now Garrett at 698. Zach at 673.
Oh,
And
there's.
Stony Scrappers last at 669.
Well, thank God we don't keep that stat.
Right?
But
I
yes,
mean,
overall, I'm not getting, but I guess I'm getting enough of the stats I need.
if you look at home runs, right? Over the last 14 days, my team had 29 home runs over the last 14 days, first place. Last place was Tommy with 15.
Wow.
So the difference between first and last is 29 to 15, 14. So almost like a home run a day, basically, you
Yeah.
know? But it goes 29, 25 to Hunter, 24 to Rick, 24 to Zach, 24 to you. So Rick, Zach, and you all had 24, which was third best for the past 14 days.
And how many did Zach have?
You guys all had 24.
He had 24. I'm sorry. I was looking at numbers as you spoke. So 135 homers on the year for Zach, 112 for me, 103 for Sluggers, 102 for you, and 100 for Ape. Those are the five teams with over 100 ribbies. And those were good weeks if we're getting 24.
Yeah, RBI. I mean, home runs, you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
home runs.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Well, 2 good weeks. So yeah, you're averaging 12 a week.
That's 2 weeks. Yeah, 12 a week. That's pretty good.
And then RBIs kind of go with that. We'll just do a couple other ones real quick. Then we'll go to pitching. Sluggers had 86 RBIs. I had 84. Mike had 79. Zach had 79. Eddie had 77. You had
Nice.
77. Tom had 74. Rick had 72. Baldy had 69. Garrett 63 last with RBIs over the last 2 weeks.
So we do see that Garrett's team is definitely offensively slumping.
Yeah, definitely. And let's just do stolen bases real quick, since that's the one that doesn't really go with homers and RBIs or ops. Does but my team was first with 23 stolen bases over the
Two
past 14
two
days.
weeks, 23, pretty good.
You're second at 20, and then
Nice.
from there it goes to 16 for Baldy, 16 for Rick, 15 for Mike, 12 for Garrett, 11 for Hunter, 11 for Tom, 10 for Eddie, 9 for Zach.
Wow.
Interesting.
That is interesting. And you know what's really interesting is the stolen base category. Right now, counting today's stats, Ape is in first with 72. Stony Scrappers in second with 68. Highland Park Crushers and Seatown tied for third with 67 stolen bases. You're next with 65, and you're tied with Baldy with 65 stolen bases. And then the Furies, we only had 9 in the 2 weeks. Is that what you said? 9 stolen bases in 2 weeks? Down at
Yeah,
55 in seventh place. Sluggers and Tommy with 49 each. So pretty tight stolen base category.
yeah. Kind of crazy that I've made 14 stolen bases on Zach in 2 weeks.
That is crazy,
Mm.
actually.
And you've made 11. I mean, you had 20, he had 9.
Wow.
All right, now let's go down to the pitching, the stats last 2 weeks. See who's been delivering the goods in pitching. Um, on base against, my team's first with a 271, and your team was second with a 281.
Yeah.
So yeah, both of us have had, our runs are definitely heavily pitching supported.
I know mine are for sure.
Um, so yeah, and then 271, 281, and then Rick at 284, Baldy at 294, Zach at 296, Mike at 296, Tom at 298, Hunter at 307, Garrett at 314, and Eddie at 319 on
Well,
base against pitching staff.
so both of those teams having struggling last couple of weeks, at least in
But
that
look, Garrett,
category.
Garrett over the past 2 weeks, I mean, he was last in team ops, last in RBI. He's also next to last in his pitching on base against. So he's just been struggling across the board.
Across the board. Let's do another pitching stat.
So let's do one. Well, let's do innings real quick, just so that we can see what people have been doing.
Because innings
So,
matters.
yeah, last 2 weeks, Zach threw 126, you threw 114, Tom threw 112, Garrett threw 111, I threw 109, Hunter threw 101, Aldi threw 101, Eddie threw 98, Rick
Wow.
threw 97, and Mike threw 94.
Wow. Not much separation.
Yeah, I mean, 2 weeks, and from top to bottom, it's 32 innings difference.
That's pretty good actually. Everybody getting their innings. The
Um,
ERA category I want to go over real quick. Overall,
last,
you are in first, and let's go over. Actually, let's go over
yeah,
what the last couple of weeks have been. Then I'll go over the category.
for the last couple of weeks, you are way out in front. You had an ERA of 2.29 over the last 2 weeks.
Bring it
From
on! Bring
there,
it on!
yeah, and then from there, Mike is at 285, and
Nice.
then from there it goes to 321.
Wow.
So I mean, you are way out there.
Last
Um,
2 weeks in
that,
ERA.
yeah, and then I was fourth at 345. Tom's at 354. Zach's at 370. Rick's at 408. Eddie's at 412. Hunter's at 462, and Garrett last at 495.
So we see the last 2 weeks, because 2 weeks ago, Garrett was in first place, I think, in the podcast. And we're seeing, and the last 2 weeks play, his team has been last in many categories.
Yeah, it's definitely been.
It's
not good for him.
absolutely. But I
All
do want to bring this up that ERA category on the season, you're in first place with 3.40. You got a pretty good lead over second place, Tommy, at 3.56. But then third place is 3.57. Fourth place, that's Baldy. Fourth place is the Crushers at 3.58. Seatown's tied with 3.58 in fifth. Stony Scrappers is a 3.63. So they're all very tight, second to six. And then Big Al at 3.88. And the Furies with a 3.96 and Ape with a 3.99 and Sluggers with a 4.07 ERA. That's a high ERA for the Sluggers over four. But there's plenty of time to bring it down because as I just showed in 2 weeks what I could do, that can happen to you.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the past 2 weeks, you and Garrett are like the bookends of possibilities of what can happen. His team has really gone on to struggle, and he's fallen quite a bit. Probably lost around 16, 17 points, and yours is the exact opposite. You've gained 14 or 15 points, and you've just been crushing it.
Absolutely. But listen, looking at the standings counting today, he's only 12 points behind the first place team Furies now. So still in it. So if you can withstand the bad, the ebb and
Oh yeah,
flow, yeah, if you can withstand those bad weeks and still be in it, he's doing well. But yes, definitely heading the wrong direction.
there was a I don't know if it was Sunday or yesterday or Saturday or yesterday on the weekend. At one point, I looked during the day, and like Zach was at 67.5 in second place, and I was at 64.5 in second place, in third place. So yeah, I mean, if you go in there and click on all the stats, like all the individual categories and the difference, yeah, I mean, it's still possible for anybody
Absolutely.
in the to gain 5 points in a day. I mean, it's
Absolutely. I
there.
went
It could
over a couple
happen.
categories that were very close, third, second place through sixth or seventh. I mean, it's so tight still. Anything can happen for many teams. Already, we're talking Zach has gained 3.5 points, so he's in first at 73.5 points. I lost a point. I'm at 69.5 points. So I'm already 4 games back as Zach. I was like a half game up or something. So you're in third place with 64. So the standings keep changing as the play keeps playing and the numbers keep accumulating. Steve, let's talk about some
Uh,
transactions, shall we? Or anything
yeah,
other
let's do
numbers you want to
that.
go over? Okay, transactions. Here we go. So where do you want to go back to? To last week, the 18th or so? I don't think there
Yeah,
was
that
anything
works.
big that really stuck out the week before. I picked up Lede for third. Rabowski was picked up for $2. Yasavage was picked up by $2 by you. Do you still have him?
Yeah, that was
AJ,
something. I mean, we had mentioned it was peculiar. Like, I didn't Mike drop him and then pick him up and then drop him
yeah,
again, and we
yeah.
were speculating that maybe it was because he wasn't pitching a lot, like he was only pitching 3 or 4 innings coming back from injury. But yeah, I grabbed him and he's been great for me. I've started
Yep.
him twice. He's
Oh,
given me two
nice.
wins and pitched great.
Do you still have Ewing? You picked up AJ Ewing?
I picked up Ewing.
Yeah,
Yep,
you dropped
is one of
Garcia,
the
who's really
rookies.
struggling. I put it on the board. He's like one for his last 36 when I posted in the league. But I mean, just really not good, Garcia. So those just are a couple of bigger ones people spent money on. Maybe skipping over Gavin Seats picked up by the Sluggers on Sunday, May 17th. Let's start. Justin Crawford was picked up by Highland Park Crushers on Sunday the 17th. A couple decent sized names there. Jake McCarthy picked up Bubba Chandler dropped. Corey Seager dropped on the 18th. That was a big drop. We didn't talk about it. We did on the
Yeah,
technical difficulty. That was a big drop by Tommy Baseball. Just giving up. Listen, we talked about it. Sometimes you just can't trust anybody. You don't believe in them. Seager's got a bad back injury. I think he's had trouble with his back in the past. So Tommy Baseball's like, I'm cutting bait. I'm not waiting for it. Maybe he's got too many people in the IL. He's gone. Corey Seager dropped.
yeah. I mean, that's a big bat for sure. And I think I looked it up. I did. Was he an $11 draft? No, 14. He was a $14 auction draft guy, and now he just got cut. So
Just got cut.
yeah, I would assume didn't have an IL slot, but also his numbers have been bad.
He also dropped Estevez, who has been pitching horrible, but last year was had led the league in saves.
And I know he did lead the league in saves, but
His peripheral
you know,
numbers, yeah,
yeah, we know,
yeah,
we know.
we do. Then we go to start on the 19th or so. Is this Rosary? Alec Boehm was picked up by Ape. Lodolo was dropped. That's a decent, possible pickup for Ape. I want to bring this up.
Yeah,
Crawford was in. Justin Crawford was dropped by Crushers, and Clement was picked up. I only bring that up because I brought up Crawford was picked up. I want to bring this up. Miguel Andujar was picked up by Tommy Baseball, and Dansby Swanson was dropped. Another player Tommy dropped that with high upside coming into the season. Dansby dropped. Miguel Andujar, by the way, I don't know if we went over it because I think that it was lost, but he was second in Rookie of the Year voting in 2018. He had like 27 homers and 80 some ribbies and 80 some runs and batted 290 for the Yankees in 2018. And then since then, I'm going to guess he's been injured. He's had some trouble, but now he's playing for the Padres and he's starting. He has third base and left field eligibility, and Tommy Baseball picked him up.
he's been playing great. I mean, if you're sorting by whatever last 7, 14 days, he was there, and he's another one of those guys. It's just a matter of do you believe? Who's going to believe first, or who's going to believe and be desperate enough first?
Well,
And
listen,
and it,
in 2018, he won second in Rookie of the Year. He was 23. Now it's 8 years later. He's 31. But it just goes to show you he's got it in him. He's got the pedigree. Maybe it was health. I haven't done a deep dive on the history of why he didn't produce or play or be in the major leagues all those other years. But he had a great 2018. So it's nice to see him playing well. I'm a fan of stories like that. Stephen Kwan was picked up when Gary Sanchez. Gary Sanchez was dropped by the Crushers.
yeah, hey, and earlier I just want to point out Baldy on the 19th picked up two relief pitchers. He picked up JoJo Romero from the Cardinals and Matt Gage from the Giants.
Yes.
I really I had an eye on JoJo Romero,
Yes.
and I've been watching him. He was one of those Schultz guys that was out there, and I kind of really was like, God, can I upgrade one of my Schultz guys? I must have almost pulled the trigger on it with that guy like three different times,
Well,
but I kind of,
he's a
yeah,
guy with a track record, Steve. 2024, he had 30 holds and one save. Last year, he had 24 holds and eight saves. So, I mean, with the same team, St. Louis. So JoJo is a guy you wanted to pick up, and I totally understand he was out there. I also have looked at him, a couple good pickups, guys he could drop if he gets squeezed or wanted to pick up people. But those Solds guys, they're kind of valuable now.
yeah, especially the good ones, and I mean, because obviously there's a dozen of them still out there, but JoJo Romero, in my eyes, was probably one of the three best ones out there over the past few weeks.
Absolutely. Mason Montgomery, speaking of relievers, was dropped by Baseball Furies, and Santillan was dropped by Ape, a couple of relievers to the waiver wire. And then the Furies picked up Sam Antonacci. And I'm a fan. I picked him up and dropped him. He has a couple of positions eligibility. He's going to play for the White Sox right now. He's delivering average and not much more. Had a lot of stolen bases in the minors, but a good pickup for Furies. I wonder if he's still on the team. And he dropped Nathan Church, high upside guy who did not pan off and is in the IL now on it.
Yeah.
Fiducia? Fiducia. Hunter Fiducia. Just
Hey, Fiducia.
Hey, Mr. Hunter Fatucci, how you doing? He was picked up. He's a catcher for Tampa Bay. I know nothing about him. C-Town picked him up. Ryan Nelson was dropped, a pitcher who will probably be picked up and dropped again. He's for Arizona. I don't know anything about Hunter Fatucci. Do you?
No, I don't.
Interesting pickup. I like it. Nick Fortes was picked up by Sluggers. Nice seeing these catchers picked up. Sluggers all picked up Willie Adamas. That's a nice pickup because, listen, I know Willie Adamas is not playing well, but you do know that Willie Adamas has consistently done it. The last 2 years, he's been great. I mean, he really has. 225 average and 251, so the average was low, but 87 ribbies last year, 112 the year before, 30 home runs last year, 32 the year before, and 94 runs and 93 runs the year before. So he's done it. he is that kind of player's age that you're starting to wonder if he's hitting the wall. But he's also, with a track record, he could turn it around anytime.
Yeah, and he's played well lately. Like a small run. He had a small run and that long term pedigree. That yeah, if you're desperate or if you have an opening, if you have a weak position, like if middle infield or something, if you're looking for help there, he had a window to be picked up, and he got picked up.
He got picked up and he's paying dividends right now for Hunter. Listen, he was doubted last year preseason before because he was going from Milwaukee to San Francisco. Nobody thought he'd have the year he did last year, but he proved he can do it in San Francisco. So we'll see if Adamas can turn it around. Gleyber Torres was dropped by Sluggers. Spencer Jones was dropped by Tommy Baseball. I dropped a keeper,
Yeah,
Luke Keeschel.
Keishel's been bad, and
Yeah, he's been.
especially like as a stolen base guy, like someone who's that's one of his main strengths and batting average. But his batting average is terrible, and he's not getting on base enough to steal bases.
Well, he does have a 233 average, which is really bad. Now he does have 10 stolen bases. So, he,
Yes,
but
but
but yeah,
we're
listen, 22 runs, one homer, 18 ribbies, batting 233. I'd rather have Nunez, the guy second place for the Nationals, because at least he has 20 stolen bases. He's batting
yeah.
210. I mean, Luke has been bad. Listen, I believed in him. I kept him last year. He hit 300, and I really was high on him going into the season. He has not produced for me, and I dropped the keeper because I just couldn't take it any longer. And I picked up a guy who I think he's got some upside, but also has two positions. Luke's only played second baseman. Stott plays second and shortstop. Bryson Stott for those Philadelphia Phillies.
And he's kind of been showing signs of life lately.
Yeah, he started out really slow, and he has shown signs of life. Listen, you know what you're getting into with Bryson Stott because the last 2 years he's had 24 stolen bases and 32 stolen bases, about 257 and 245. That's what he gets: 13 homers, 11 homers. I mean, if you're not expecting too much, if he gives me those numbers as a guy coming off my bench, not starting all the time, I'm happy with it.
Yep, for sure.
This is a nice picked up by Highland Park Crushers. I thought AJ Minter, because I don't know what he's doing or how he's injured, but he used to be one of the best.
Yeah, I had him one year where he was killing it for me, and I think it was the year he got injured, maybe for Atlanta.
Yeah, he's pitching
But
for the
he's
Mets now. He's on the IL.
he's getting activated today.
He's getting activated today, so a great pickup by Crushers. He could be paid dividends.
Oh
As a
no,
guy,
tomorrow.
if he's right,
Activated tomorrow.
he's going to get those holds. If he's right, he dropped Justin Robleski, who has pitched so well for the Dodgers in the early going, but has hit hard times lately. Justin Foscue, somebody I do not know anything about, also was picked up by Baldy, and John King was dropped. Steve, talk to me about Justin Foscue.
Justin Foscue? Good Lord,
Well,
let's
I'll
see.
tell you right
Justin
now, he's
Foscue,
got
right?
44 at bats. He's batting 318. He's got two homers, seven ribbies. Um, I don't know anything about him, but Baldy picked him up and dropped a reliever. Interesting. Maybe I need to look into Justin Foscue.
I'm gonna look. I'm like a Texas guy. He's
Foscue.
27 though. He in 2020 he was a first round pick out of Mississippi State. He was the 14th overall pick,
Okay. It just hasn't
and
panned out yet.
he I mean he's hitting 318. His ops is 890. His
44
strikeout
at
percentage
bats.
is over. His strikeout percentage is over 30%, so that's not good. But he's crushing the ball.
He's crushing
His
the ball.
exit velocities, his barrel percentage, his hard hit percentage. He is crushing the ball.
Well, I will tell you this also. Since the 15th, it looks like he's started every game for the Rangers. So he's getting playing time. He's crushing the ball. 44 at bats, 318. Maybe a great pickup for Baldy. We'll see. Nunez, speaking of, I just spoke of him because he's a guy who gets a lot of stolen bases. He was picked up by Baldy, and Caleb Killian was dropped. Listen, Nunez is a guy you're like, he's got 20 runs, 16 ribbies, no homers, 186, but he's got 22 stolen bases, Steve.
I that guy's rosterable as long as you have sluggers. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think I've mentioned it before. If you've got enough guys generating homers and RBI, then he's definitely someone you can carry.
You can with those
But
20 stolen balls, 20 but that 186 average is harsh.
yeah, I mean, if you're like whatever, eighth, ninth, 10th in homers or RBI, then he should not be on your team.
Absolutely. And listen, he's a fill-in player anyways. He's a guy filling in for a day. Somebody has a day off or something. You're not starting him every day, although I was earlier, and I'd like not to talk about that. Next up was Joe Mack, was dropped by Big Al Longballs. Always nice to see Big Al Longballs active. He
Yeah,
dropped Matt
and made
Stram. He dropped Kerry
made
Carpenter,
several.
and he dropped Yanir Diaz. So a lot of drops, getting rid of some dead weight. People, three of those people were on the IL. So that was today.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. It's tough to be
It's
active when your
always
team's
nice.
not doing well. Nice to see Eddie be active.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Absolutely. I know he gets down and maybe I don't want to say gives up, but gets less enthused quickly. Is that a good way to put it?
Yes.
I thought I really chose my words nicely there. But I always am rooting for his team. And when you were going over those 2 week numbers, Eddie was in the middle of the pack in a lot of those categories.
Yeah, absolutely. I was noticing that. I mean, as far as the past 2 weeks go, Ed's team has not been awful. Hasn't been great. It's been right in the middle.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, Steve, real quick before we get off, who do you want to break down? Whose team would you like to break down in the weekly breakdown in DraftMasters? DraftMasters breakdown. Okay, Steve.
Let's do let's do um let's do Baldy's team.
Absolutely. Baldy's a listener. I always appreciate people listen. I do. So, 260 reasons to go bald. Just to go real quick before we go into what's going on with his roster. Baldy's in seventh place at 50 points exactly, counting today. He's plus 2 points today. So, he's only, you know, third place is only 14 and a half points away. He's heading in the right direction today. Seventh place Baldy. Let's talk about his team.
Well, if we're looking at his team by rankings, right? His Jose Ramirez ranked 31. That was a keeper for $42. Can't complain with that. Maybe you'd like him a little higher, 15, top 10 for that money. He's usually a top 10 ranked player, but ranked 31, can't really complain with
You're not
that.
complaining. It's
Um,
still May. Absolutely.
um, then one of the greatest $1 pickups, and let's not forget, Baldy went into the draft with the least amount of money. He had the most expensive keepers and the least amount of money. And then he chose to spend money big on a couple of giant stars. So at the end of the whole thing, he had like a dozen $1 players to
You're talking
draft,
about
maybe even
Murakami,
more.
Munetaki Murakami, the $1 pickup. Absolutely, and he had to get players like Murakami with all like you're describing. He get one big, had to get a lot of $1 players. This is the ultimate $1 player. 17 home runs, 36 ribbies, 36 runs. His batting average only 235, but his on base is 376, 41 walks, Steve. So delivering the goods.
Yeah. I mean, he's ranked 32 for $1. Langoliers was a keeper, a catcher keeper for 17, ranked number 37. Look at the numbers for Langoliers. He's hitting 305 with an OPS of 924.
You got to run and the runs. The 35 runs is great. 27 ribbies, 12 homers. It's just really nice. 305 average. That's great to see.
35 runs from a catcher?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
absolutely. I mean, and a 300 average from a catcher, you're not getting that usually nowadays.
And then he was the guy who jumped in on the older journeyman Vargas for the Arizona Diamondbacks. El Demaro
Ildemaro
Vargas.
Vargas. Ildemaro Vargas. Yes.
Right? He's 34 years old. And he was every year, there's always those players, a handful, play well. and they sit out there playing well for a while because nobody believes. And then it's eventually somebody believes, like, give it a shot. And every now and then, the guy continues to play well and he turns into a great pickup. And this looks like one of them.
Absolutely. Where's he ranked right now?
He's ranked 54.
That's with 29 homers, 32 ribbies, 7 homers. He's batting 307. So he plays first,
Yeah.
second, and third. A great pickup.
He's got Crow Armstrong, who isn't doing as great as everyone would love, obviously, but he's still ranked 78.
Yeah, that
And
228
he's,
average is killer. His home runs are low, and his defense has been awful. I've seen more than one play on video
yeah,
where he's not looking good in the outfield. Like literally, I'm like, if I'm the Cubs, I'm thinking about moving him from center field.
yeah, it's a bummer.
It is.
Um, Brandon Marsh, a dollar pickup
Yeah,
from your
Brandon Marsh.
Philadelphia Phillies.
Philadelphia Phillies. Listen, this guy, 280 last year, 249 the year before, 277. He's not a 320 hitter, but he's hitting 320, Steve. He got 4 stolen bases and 4 homers. He's on a team with 27 runs. Doesn't start all the time. He does sit against lefties, but he's delivering the goods. But I even, like the other day, I was like, look, our 320 hitter is batting eighth. I'm just like,
Yeah,
but he was facing a
and
lefty. I will say that's why he was batting eighth, but still, I love Mars. He's been batting
yes,
fifth or sixth most of the year against righties.
and he's ranked 87th. That's amazing. Um, Ryan O'Hearn from Pittsburgh was playing really good for him. He's injured now, been out for a little over a week, maybe 2 weeks, so he's fallen, but he's still ranked 92. Jazz Chisholm was one of his big spenders at $50, and he got out of the gate horrible. Like, I mean, ranked below 200, 300 for 3, 4 weeks. But he's ranked up to 103 now, and he's
Yeah,
turning
his
a
runs
little
and
bit
ribbies are
better.
low. He is 22 runs, 19 ribbies, but the 5 homers and the 13 stolen bases. And his average at 246 doesn't seem good, but it used to be a lot lower. And that's kind of what you're expecting from Jazzism is like a 250 average.
Yeah, I mean he's still got a hot streak in him.
Oh
We know
yeah,
that.
yeah. He's gonna be in the top 100 by far.
And then Kyle Tucker, who we spent $53 on. So right there, he went into the draft with the lowest amount of money, spent $103 on 2 guys, and they're currently ranked 103 and 112.
I will
Not what
say
you wanted.
Kyle Tucker has been a little hotter lately. He's only batting 251, 355 on base percentage, 4 homers, 26 ribbies, 35 runs though, because he's on the Dodgers. 20, yeah, 26 ribbies. Yeah, he's a little hotter. He started so slow. He's come on a little stronger for the Dodgers. So hopefully, I believe he'll be in the top 100, obviously, too, by when
I
all
mean,
said and done.
it is crazy though. I mean, because we're almost a third of the way through the season, right?
Yeah.
32%. And so I mean, what? Kyle Tucker's on pace for 13 homers and 13 stolen bases.
Right. That's going
That's,
to go up. You know,
I mean,
you
it
hope
has to.
it has to. I mean, it just has to. And
They're
then,
paying him $60 million.
right. Well, let's put it this way. He's ranked 113, and Luke Riley is ranked 127, 112, I mean, and 127. So, right? I mean, Luke's got 10
Yeah.
homers, 19 runs, 27 ribbies. If you would have told me on this date that Luke Riley would have, more than twice as many home runs as Tucker, I would have said, get out of here, man.
Yeah. I wouldn't
And,
even
and
have thought,
yeah.
to be honest, I wouldn't have thought Rayleigh had a chance to get as many as at bats as he's been getting. I know he's the lefty who faces righties, but I thought that was supposed to be Dominic Canzone's,
And then
like,
also
his role.
another guy who's struggling is Freddie Freeman. I mean, Freddie also starting to heat up as I watch the Dodgers, but 23 runs, 23 ribbies, only 6 homers, only batting 261. You're expecting all those numbers to be a little better for Freddie Freeman.
Yeah. And Trey Turner.
Yeah.
I mean, Trey Turner's a $34 keeper. He's ranked 145. Freddie Freeman's a $35 keeper, ranked 163. So,
Yeah.
I mean, those are very disappointing numbers for sure.
They are. But overall, he's got a good team. Does he have a third catcher? No. So, yeah, he does. Vasquez. because he's got rushing as one of his three catchers, which is always tough because rushing doesn't play. Like right now,
Yeah,
if
he's only
Baldy, if I could get this online or if this was a live show, I would say, "Hey, Baldy, put Vasquez in. Rushing isn't playing tonight."
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, sadly too, Vasquez has 97 at bats. Rushing has 80. You know,
Wow.
80. Yeah,
Wow.
I
So they're
mean,
playing rushing when they can. They played him at first. They're DHing him when they can. He even pinch hits, obviously, when he doesn't play, when they need a pinch hitter. I just want to bring up that Baldy has one, two, three, four, five, six offensive players in his reserve on the bench.
wow.
Well, that's a lot, right?
I would think that's a lot. Yeah.
Other players playing pretty good lately for Baldy is that A. Martin has been playing pretty well lately. I think he just picked him up recently. Austin Martin, which is a car.
Yep.
Um, and then on his bench, he's got, that Dubin guy from Atlanta. I mean,
Yeah.
he's playing
Mauricio
well.
Dubon.
Yeah, Dupont.
Yep.
I mean, Ribby's 29, runs 21, he's batting 259. Plays a lot of positions. Good guy to have around. They're not much of a
Hey,
bench. Losing O'Hearn hurt for sure. Fantasy baseball, baseball, baseball continued, part two. Yeah,
I
Baldy.
can understand. Yeah, I can understand where he'd want to have all those guys on his bench because maybe he just has a bunch of positions he's not confident in,
Yeah,
and he's got a bunch of guys who are also multi-positional.
yeah.
But I do think that's a lot of hitters to have
That's a
on your
lot of hitters.
bench.
Losing O'Hearn was big, though. 27 runs, 29 ribbies, 7 homers, batting 289. I did not realize O'Hearn was playing so well for the Pittsburgh Pirates. You know,
In a nutshell, though, for his hitting, though, I mean, he needs Chisholm and Tucker to
to
get
wake
on
up.
it,
He needs to wake up.
and
They
he
need to wake
needs
up and be the top 50 players they're supposed to be.
yeah, and Trey Turner and Freddie Freeman, two
Yes.
keepers.
Think about those. Those guys, those four guys you just named, should all be top 50 players, correct?
Yeah, I mean, he's got that's $172 of his roster. Those four guys,
Yeah. And you
and
know what?
and they're not ranked in the top 100.
I'm going to bet all of them do play better than they have moving forward. He's also got some decent pitchers.
He does. Now, if you go down to pitching by rank, he's got Gavin Williams, Cleveland, ranked 27
He drafted him. That's a good draft for $1.
for $1. Yeah, 84 strikeouts in 69 innings, 3.25 ERA, 1.11 WHIP. Yeah, that was a score. He picked up Bryce Elder. He's ranked 36.
That was a
He
nice pickup.
picked up Michael Waka for $1. He's 61.
Yeah,
Right, I'm pretty sure that was a pickup.
it was.
Yep, it was. Um,
Martinez.
Picked up Nick Martinez. He's at 75.
These are all free agent pickups. All really good free agent pickups have panned out.
He drafted Michael King
Yep,
for $1,
for a
and
dollar. Another great. That's at least three we've come across. Like score on the dollar pick.
he's 84. And so those are all starters. Yeah, also one, two, three, four, five. His top five pitchers are all starters, full-time starters. They haven't missed a start. They're all ranked in the top 100. So not, and they're not like necessarily household names. I mean, Nick Martinez, Bryce Elder, Gavin Williams, but they're pitching well.
They're pitching well. And then if you look at his team, I'm pretty sure those are the only five stars he has, and he has nothing but relievers after that.
You are correct. Yeah. Everybody else, Dylan Lee from Atlanta, Sir Anthony Dominguez, Matt Gage, Brent Hedrick, and Jojo Romero. Yeah. One, two, three, four. He's got five guys on his bench. He's got Ryan Helsley. Oh, he's got five guys in his, bullpen, and then he's got Helsley on the IL.
We've got Gage, Dominguez, Lee, Romero, Hedrick. So he's only got
Yeah.
five. Yeah, you're right. Oh,
And
but that's deeper than we went in years past. Although Baldy often had five relievers because he has often used the setup guy for stats.
the the difference really, at least for teams that are really going for it, like the let's say 5, 6 teams, right? Um, like if you had five relievers in the
Steve, you were saying the difference between before and now
like in the
with the
saves
relievers.
days, yeah,
Yeah.
with just the saves, of the teams that were really going for it and trying to maximize those whatever reliever stats, like there might be one team in the league who had five or two or three, like, but that would be the top, the most.
Right.
Now
Usually it was
in
Baldy and Zach, I'd say.
yeah, you're right. It would be Baldy and Zach, and then there'd be guys with four, maybe a couple with three, and then the guys who were dead last in saves would have one or two.
Right. And that
But
relief pitcher who always ends up with more than 10 wins, somebody picks up too.
right. And now, though, in the Schultz category, saves and holds, now it's like five is like the lowest, right? I mean, maybe
Everyone should
four.
have four or five. Yeah, everyone should have four or five. Everyone should have five, but I understand. I only have four right now, but I'm in second place. And I know I need to pick up somebody else, and I guess got passed by Zach probably because I only have four. But yeah, everyone should have four or five. Five is what everyone should have, and yeah, it's totally opened up a lot of different names we never use, a lot of different players we're not used to using, and a different strategy. As we were discussing earlier, there's more starters available probably on the free agent list because more relievers are being kept.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it.
Same with hitters. Although I find hitters slim picking sometimes, just logically, there's probably a few more hitters out there than there would be since more relievers are being kept.
I just think with Baldy, he's got the five relief pitchers, and then he's got all that. He's got five bench hitters, right? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah,
I don't
six.
know. Six bench hitters?
Yeah, one, two, three, four, five, six. Foscue, Nunez, Pereza, Dubon, Smith, and
Oh,
Vasquez.
here is one thing though. I get it. If I go to year to date, um,
He's up on innings.
he's way out in front in innings. Way out in front.
So
So
going five
actually,
starters is smart. Only five.
yeah, he doesn't need a bunch of starters to be rotating through at the
No.
moment.
And Baldy is 24 batting points and 24 pitching points.
Hmm,
So struggling
interesting.
in both in some ways. So that's the Baldy breakdown. That is the DraftMasters podcast. The season keeps going on. We're almost 33%. Memorial Day is here. Happy Memorial Day, Steve.
Happy Memorial Day.
Yeah. I'm Dano Day. That's Steve Romano. Thanks for listening. Cheers.
Have a good one.